I'm sure you heard the news already that Jamaica will be getting new banknotes. They will arrive on the islands early in December. But before they are issued, a few things need to be done, like sensitizing the public about the changes and updating the ATMs, and so on. Now, once that's finished, the new notes will be issued. Based on the picture shown on one of the articles I read, our current banknotes will be updated, and then we will have an additional note. Jamaica $2,000 will join the team. Now, after hearing about this, I started wondering, how many times have they changed the Jamaican money? Either changing the look or adding or removing banknotes and coins. So I went searching and found some information about the changes that have taken place throughout the years. A timeline, basically. The Bank of Jamaica website has a breakdown of the changes and dates, so let's take a trip down memory lane. And there have been many changes. Now, I could start from 1509 when the Spaniards brought their Spanish copper coin, the Maravedí, to Jamaica, or 1822 when the first British coins were introduced. They were called anchor money. But we are going to take it a bit closer to modern day, 1969 in particular. And yes, 1969 is closer to modern day. 1969 was the year when Jamaica began using the decimal system for the Jamaican currency. Before that, we were using the sterling system even after independence. But now it's dollars and cents, baby. In a September 9, 1969 article, they called it Jamaica's Decimal Currency Conversion Program and dubbed the day of the changeover C-Day. And it was successful. In that year, Hugh Shearer was the Prime Minister and Clifford Campbell the Governor General. 1 cent, 5 cent, 10 cent, 20 cent, and 25 cent coins were issued, and 50 cent, $1, $2, and $10 banknotes were issued. Now, I need to stick a pin here for two things. One, this one had me a little confused because I would have thought that 50 cents would be, not the rapper, that 50 cent would be a coin. You know, I associate cents with coins. Am I alone with this? Anyways, so I called my dad and asked him, and he confirmed that they did indeed have 50 cents as a banknote, and he even had it to show me. So this is a 50-cent note, and on it we have Marcus Mosiah Garvey, and down here it says issued under the Bank of Jamaica Law 1960. Yeah, 1960. There is the coat of arms. If you can see the coat of arms right there behind the 50 cents. Let's see. I cannot see it. Can you see the coat of arms? Yeah? Yes, the coat of arms around here. So, and then when you turn it to the back, there is a building shown here. A drawing of a building with a statue, and I have no idea what that building is or where it's from. If you know it, looks familiar to you, let us know in the comments, alright? And at this time, $10 was actually the highest denomination. Imagine that. Number two, every time I think about the $10 banknote, it brings me down memory lane. I remember one day while attending primary school, I had on my new favorite pair of shoes. It was a baby blue crepe, or running shoes is what I think it's called elsewhere. Kind of like these, but without the top part, that ankle part, and not yellow, more like the baby blue background. Yeah, something like that. I don't know, let me know what you call crepes. It had a zipper on the side of both shoes. And one day I wanted to buy something but didn't have enough money and found $10 in one of the pockets. I was so happy. I was elated, my glad bag fuss. I had placed it there sometime before to keep it safe and completely forgot about it. Until today, day. Finding money you stashed away when you most need it is the best treat ever. That $10 note was blue. Do you remember it, or did I just age myself? Anyways, approximately a year later, they added a $5 note to the mix, so now we had 50-cent, $1, $2, $5, and $10 notes. 1970 was also the year they decided to graduate from copper to bronze for the 1-cent coin, but that did not remain for long, as 1975 saw them making another change, this time from bronze to aluminum. A year later, in 1976, they made the 50 cent what it has always wanted to be, a coin. At the same time, the $20 note joined the lineup, becoming the highest denomination at the time. In 1978, another change was imminent, and alas, it did not fail us. They decided to give the $10 and $20 banknotes a bit of a makeover, making the old notes obsolete. In 1985, another change was made. Wait, that's 7 years later. Not too bad. They did two things. Chose a standard size for banknotes and added a feature to assist the visually impaired. First note that I want to show you is the $1. See the $1 bill? And Sir Alexander Bustamante. And the dates it was issued is the 1st of the 1st, 1990. You can also see the crest down here, the coat of arms down here, and on it says out of many one people. I'm trying to get it to focus, but the camera not focus. And of course, I think that's lignum vitae, our national flower. On the back of the $1 bill, you can see the sea and some smaller islands, a bigger boat somewhere here, and smaller boats over there. So that's the $1 bill that was issued in 1990. Now on to the $2 bill. So this is a $2 bill. And it has the picture of Paul Bogle on it. And we have the national bird, the hummingbird. The date it was issued is the 1st of the 2nd, 93. When you turn over, you see some kids, black, white, and mixed. And it says out of many one people over here. So this is a $5 bill. I don't remember this. Norman Manley's on it. The crest, you see the crest below, $5 there. In the background behind the word $5, there is a banana tree. And the date it was issued is the 1st of the 8th, 1992. So this is something I just mean say it nah focus. Focus no babes. And on the back of the $5 notes, they have the old Parliament building, a drawing of the old Parliament building from 1872 to 1960. So that's the $5 bill issued in 1992. And then we're going to move on to the $10. This is a $10 bill that I remembered. So on it we have George William Gordon. We have the crest shown clearly right there in the front. And the date of it was issued is the 1st of the 3rd, 1994. Yeah. And then let's look at the back. At the back, we have the drawing of the bauxite industry plant. See, it says bauxite industry there. Can you see it? Camera now focus at all. Focus or something. Anyways, it says the bauxite industry right there. And then below that we have below that, right about here. So try make you can't see it, but not focus that a back foot. Anyways, it says below that Thomas De La Rue and Company Limited. 1986 was the year that the $100 note was born. So this is the $100 note, and it says here the issue date. So the issue dates on the notes are like the date that this particular note was issued. This one was issued on the 1st of the 6th, 2020. And the $100 note has Sir Donald Sangster on it. You see the map of Jamaica right here, coat of arms down below, and behind it on the back side we have Thames River Falls. And 2 years later, in 1988, they introduced the $50 note. And our $50 note has Samuel Sharp on it. Can't miss that face. And I think it has a lignum vitae at the back there, the coat of arms. And this particular note was issued the 1st of the 6th, 2020. And on the back side we have Doctor's Cave Beach pictured in the back. The next change was to come to the $1 bill in 1990. Sorry mates, we have to downgrade you to a coin. Wait, is that a downgrade or an upgrade? I mean, after all, coins are more durable. You ever tear a banknote and glue it up or tape it up and hope people don't reject it? Or when the money look like it battered and bruised and it has seen better days and you're slightly ashamed to give it to anybody? And me alone? I don't think so. And when nobody give it to you, you pray to God it survives so you can pass it on to somebody else, as opposed to the brand new and crisp money where you hardly want part with. 1991 saw the introduction of new 25-cent and 10-cent coins. So this is one of the 25 cents. Not sure if this is the newer one, because the issue date for this is actually 1989. 1989? Yes, 1989. You can actually see the hummingbird on the front section, and on the back we have the coat of arms. And this is the 10 cents. I'm not sure if this is the new one that they mentioned. There is a picture of Paul Bogle. Well, what's supposed to be Paul Bogle. It doesn't look like the picture that we normally see. I'll turn it around. On the back we have the coat of arms and the 1992. On the back we have the coat of arms, and the issue date of this particular coin is 1992. Hoping that you can see it, but 1992. Yeah, 10 cents. In 1993, they decided to change the metal content of the fairly new $1 coin from nickel brass to brass-plated steel. In 1994, the $500 bill joined the scene, becoming the new big boy in town, or is it big woman in town? After all, it's referred to as Nanny, in reference to the national heroine Nanny of the Maroons featured on the notes. In the same year, the $5 banknote was replaced with a $5 coin. But 1994 was not done with us yet. It was also the year that they decided to make another change to the $1 coin, from brass-plated steel to nickel-plated. In 1995, they made some new changes to the 25-cent and 10-cent coins, and the 5-cent, 10-cent, 20-cent, 25-cent, 50-cent, and $1 denominations that were introduced before 1994 became obsolete. 4 years later, in 1999, the $10 note's fate was sealed. It would become a coin. In the year 2000, the $20 bill joined the $10 coin in Coinland, and the $1,000 note was introduced. And so it went. As smaller notes were relegated to coinage, increasingly higher banknotes were created. For 9 years, the $1,000 bill reigned supreme as the big dog. But in 2009, the $5,000 note took its place as the highest denomination. This is the back. It shows Highway 2000. This is the picture thing. And then on the front, we have Hugh Shearer. Another 9 years would pass until 2018, when the 1 cent, 10 cent, and 25 cent coins were demonetized. But from my memory, it feels like that happened way before 2018. Our people just stopped using, probably at that. And when did the 50 cent disappear? I don't know. I don't know. You know, they didn't indicate on the site. If you know, let me know in the comments, because for a long time only $1, $10, $5, and $20 coins were in circulation. Now, currently all denominations of Jamaica banknotes have symbols with the specific purpose of helping the visually impaired. And now a few more changes are on the horizon, with the redesigning of our current banknotes and the addition of a new $2,000 bill pending. Now, we've also seen another important change this year: the introduction of digital currency, central bank digital currency, in fact. But let's backpedal a bit. Why are they changing the money, and why introduce a new bill? According to Bank of Jamaica's press release dated March 10th, 2022, the $2,000 note is being introduced in order to make it easier for the settlement of cash transactions. Currently, there is significant reliance on the $1,000 note to conduct daily transactions, as its use has not been meaningfully impacted by the introduction of the $5,000 note in 2009. Now, the current banknotes are also going to be upgraded with more advanced security features. The substrate used will also be upgraded to increase longevity of the money, and thereby longevity of the features added for the visually impaired. The increase in durability also reduces the frequency of which new notes have to be printed. The public has been complaining that the $500 bill and the $5,000 bill look too much alike, especially in low light conditions, so they will be redesigned to eliminate this issue. These are, of course, not all the reasons. There are others, and as usual, I'll put the link to the Bank of Jamaica articles and you can have a look at them when you're finished.